guitar maker here and president of the company, and I'm going to give you a little tour as to how we build guitars. We've been in business since 1951, and we build classicals, acoustics, jazz fusions, custom made guitars for individuals or whoever wants to have a great instrument, a dream guitar. So coming in, I will start. Pimentel, that's how we start. It's the basic beginning of a Pimentel guitar. This is mahogany, endorsed mahogany, but what we do with our instruments is we have our own warehouse where we keep our lumber, and we bring it in from different parts of the world, like Honduras, Brazil, East India, on and on and on. And we age it here in New Mexico for 10 to 15 years, all our woods. So all our woods are air dried. They're not kiln dried at all whatsoever. So when you have kiln dried woods, you have a wood that's processed really quickly, dried really quickly, and so you kind of ruin the molecules in the wood itself, so you no longer have the pure tones of air dried wood. So we still believe in the old 14th, 15th century style of guitars, like old Stradivarius used to do, build guitars out of aged woods and that type of thing, so we still believe in that. So we take our lumber and set it in our warehouse for 10 to 15 years and air dry it, and then bring it back to the shop, and then we'll slice it, and we'll make chunks out of it like this. Once we do that, then we'll slice it, and we'll make bags and tops and on and on and on, depending on the type of woods that we're going to use. Some of the best woods that we have, like this, is Brazilian rosewood, which is the holy grail of all the woods in the world. That's what every guitar player or enthusiast, really wants in a guitar, because it's the most beautiful wood, the best sounding wood. Resonance is just phenomenal, this type of wood. And so it's an endangered species anymore, so you can't get it anymore. It's very, very limited amount. We've had our Brazilian rosewood for over 40, 30 years. And so we still feel it's the very, very best. And like I said, every guitar player, that's what they want in guitar. So that's how we start. And the tops, which are one of the more important parts of the instrument, which is your whole soul, is this. And from that block of wood, we bring it out, slice it, book match. And the book matching process is really, really important. Like in today's guitars, everything is so mass-produced. Nobody cares about the handmade product anymore because it's so tedious. But within our instruments, still, again, we slice it and book match it. And the book matching process is a mirror image of the wood itself. So slice, book match. And the reason for the book matching process is because when you cut it into the wood, your grain is changing ever so slightly, but it changes. So obviously the tone is going to change. So you're going to have two different tones in each piece of wood. And one is a little higher pitch over the other. So once we do this, we join it together. And the joining process is actually like this. This is where we join it. And you'll see how it comes out a full top. Bass, treble, bass, treble. So this is what we're trying to bring out of the wood, because there's two pitches, higher pitch over the other, as I was mentioning. And so we tap it. So you have a bass and you have a treble. And so that's how we do it. We shape it, sand it, and then come out with whatever shape we're going to do. And once we select the bass and trebles, then we'll take whatever kind of design that we're going to do, which is something similar to this. This is one of our trademark rosettes with some abalone in it. And everything is all custom inlaid. And as we go into the shop, I'll show you exactly how those are made. But everything that we do is custom inlaid. We don't do any production stuff. We don't buy anything that's already pre-made. Everything is made here. And so that's what it looks like. And then we turn it around and we'll start putting the bracelet inside. And we'll start doing a lot of scalloping and tuning, on and on and on. Acoustic steel string guitar. In fact, that's where I specialize in steel strings only. I don't do classicals or flamenco, that type of thing. I only do steel strings. But this is our own development of our brace, but it's going to be very, very heavily scalloped. So when you come over here in this side of the bench, And when I start working the top, I'll actually get a chisel, and then I'll start scalloping the braces, which I'll bring them down to very, very thin. And then I'll take this brace here and I'll start scalloping that one to certain levels. But it's not only the scalloping process that's important, it's the feel. So once I start scalloping, I'll take it out of the mold here and I'll start tapping on it and try to bring out the sound of the instrument to promote a lot deeper voice or a very loud instrument, whatever the customer's looking for in a guitar. That's why people come here from all over the world to get a custom-made guitar, a dream guitar that they've always wanted all their lives. And so we'll make that tone almost about 90% as to what they were looking for when they describe as to what they want. Within a year or so, the guitar starts to develop to a beautiful sound that exceeds what they really wanted in the first place. You know? So that's what we build, something that's all about the player. A particular type of design, or you wanted any kind of inlay work on the guitar, then we'll talk to you, we'll come up with different ideas. We'll get your ideas from your head, and then we'll design something, and if you like it, then we'll create that. For instance, this one here, which is one of our state U.S. guitars, and it's going to have the U.S. flag, and this is coral with holly, and then this is turquoise, and within the turquoise we're going to inlay mother of pearl stars. So once it's all done, it's going to be a beautiful flag, you know, represents the flag of the United States with 13 stars. So this is what this guy wanted, you know. So we created this is got the feathers with ivory. This is all ivory inlay with ebony, and all this part here is ebony with maple, abalone, and dyed different types of colors of woods inlaid into it with abalone around the edging, bear claw spruce top, and this will have an eagle flying on the headstock. And then, of course, it's got another inlay on the back here on the heel block with a little feather going into it with turquoise. And then there's also a guitar right now in the legislature, and there's a bill number 52 actually, to make the Pimentel state guitar of New Mexico. And we've actually designed a state guitar for New Mexico, and I'll show you the designs. Everything we do starts from scratch again, as I was talking about before. And we design everything here. Whatever kind of inlays we're going to do, we'll design it in paper, and then if the customer likes it, then we'll go ahead and make it out of mother of pearls, turquoise, whatever stones that they want. Well, the New Mexico guitar is going to be really beautiful. It's going to have some Zias going up the fingerboard. Let me bring those out and show you those. What it's going to look like on the fingerboard and the headstock. So the headstock is going to have the Zia with coral, and then the sun's going to be out of gold mother of pearl, and then the flag is going to be coral and turquoise with silver stars. So it's going to be just a really beautiful instrument. When it's almost completed, there's a picture here, one that we've done, a prototype, and that's what it kind of looks like. Beautiful coral inlays on it. So that'll be our state guitar of New Mexico as soon as the bill passes to the Senate.